it's LaShawn McCoy. First carry against his former Buffalo mates. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2nd down following the run.
Let's go. Sally 19.
And the wideout in motion. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And here's a look at the starting offense. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, Palmer. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now it's the former Ram. This is Todd Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now Jones. And incomplete there. A net jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The defense here for the Rams.
Robert Quinn gets to the quarterback as well as any defensive end in the league. A lot of it goes back to his high school wrestling background. He understands leverage and hands as well as anyone.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. So now it's 1st and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result? 6 points.
Touchdown. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll cut it out to the sideline. It's a big run there by McCoy. 40 yards on the ground.
dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running
That's
back
what you
on
need
that
for a
counter
good
play?
counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On first down, it's Palmer. A dump off for Mason. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Pro Bowler Muhammad Wilkerson brings him down. And we take a look at the Bills defense.
Ronald Darby's selection makes a general manager look good. A terrific ball hawk who is eager to tackle in the run game.
Now it's Palmer looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl. Corner, Joe Hayden with it. So the D-line's going to spread out. They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Ten yards still left on second down. On the toss, it's Gurley. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
It's taken to the 26. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Slot man moves right. Palmer now. surveying the field. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. Watkins alone on the left side.
Blue 95. Blue 95.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. He completes it to Bryant. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Palmer on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The rookie from Clemson, Shaq Lawson, able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. And the wideout in motion. On 2nd down, here's Palmer. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Get ready.
The slot man in motion right. Now Palmer. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. So the Rams call on Johnny Hecker here to punt it away on 4th down. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. The one running back is Gurley. Throwing Jones. And he's got Gregg here, the tight end. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. They come out here in the eye. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Two yards to go here on third down. Now Jones. He's going to fire one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
To throw is Palmer. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Martavis Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's got it up and through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll give the Bills a first down.
In scouting parlance, if you really like a player, they ask if you're going to pound the table for him. Well, when Todd Gurley came out of Georgia, I stood on a table and did backflips. Even with the knee injury he suffered his last year there, I thought he was one of the best runners I'd seen come into the game since Adrian Peterson.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Looking to throw. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first down, it's Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Colby Listenby. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bills are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now Palmer looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
He may have had some off-season foot surgery, but that hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
All right, now.
On third down, Palmer looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he cuts it in. And McCoy loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. So the defense... they're opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here we go. Try 38. Try 38.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Let's go.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Flex round. Ohio.
Throwing Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Now Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Palmer going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And he motions the wide receiver. 2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. Bryant with a catch right side. 12 yards there as they move to James.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. It's a pickup of 19, and the Rams are going to get a first down.
Now that's the way you run offense. Understanding your clock situation. Excellent job getting to the sideline and getting out of bounds. That's the way to conserve time.
They go play action here on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Watkins alone on the left side. Final play of the half. It's Palmer. And he comes back with one complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Another pistol look here.
Let's go.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
All right, now, blues, regular.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On second down, Palmer. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 10. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Blue 95. Blue 95.
On 3rd down, Palmer. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. 10th carry now for McCoy. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the 1st on 2nd down.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 19. Get ready. White 18.
Again, it's McCoy. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Watkins, the intended receiver, and it'll be fourth down. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Bills' offense comes out ready to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now Jones. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
The one running back is Gurley. Shift together here from the D-line. He'll get the football here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Robert Quinn in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Throwing Jones. Airing it out deep for Woods. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed.
Kills.
Speed. Speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. And the wideout in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. Watkins. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And quickly, they get to the line.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes...
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. B.J. Daniels, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are now just a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. Zerline now for the PAT. And this is now a 1-point game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Let's go.
Back to throw here. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. Stays on his feet, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Throwing Jones. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Watkins alone on the left side.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
On 2nd down, Palmer. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8.
Sally 19. Sally 19. Hey, switch.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Trying to go back to Watkins, and that's going to make it 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now. Blue 95. Blue 95. Zebra. Get ready.
Here we go. It's Palmer on 4th down. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. An incredible play there on 4th down. 64 yards. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. LaShawn McCoy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Here we go. Blue 95.
Palmer looking to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. To return it, here's Reggie Bush.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
Don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out here in the eye. This is Chris Pohl. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He's back to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. Grand 38. Ohio.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down to the offense needing 5 yards.
Get ready. Blue 58.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
This seems almost like a mathematical equation here. LaShawn Shady McCoy goes for big yards running the ball. His team is winning the game. Seems to work out pretty well, doesn't it?
Works out very well. The pride of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania doing his thing again. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye.
Sally 19. Sally.
He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. And he'll be limited to his... Now the Bills will take another timeout. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
3 down. 3 down. All right, now.
Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And a first carry of the game here for Trey Mason. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Well, certainly a tough loss here, but they've got to move on. I mean, you have another opponent next week. You dwell on this one, it hurts you the following week.
That's where the 24-hour rule comes into play, win or lose for all teams. Either enjoy the win for 24 or reflect on the loss for 24, then put it aside and move forward.
So for Los Angeles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For